If I have a wife as a medical doctor and I'm sick, who do I turn to?
You turn to your wife.
Will I listen to her or not?
You will.
Because I know she's an authority. So, but once I think you are not an authority on what you're advising on, what will I do? If you have a friend that presses his advice on you, how do you feel? If you have a friend that presses his advice on you, how do you feel?
There's no how a friend can press me.
You are going to, the friend
advising
will
me.
piss you off. Because just advise me now.
It's just advising me. Do this. It's my take to take whatever you want to tell me. But it's not the take of your
husband to take or leave.
No, now the way men are doing it is
you
different.
Cannot question the way somebody does their thing. It's part of your responsibility. You can't tell me how to live my life. You can't tell me how to talk.
I'm not telling you how to live your life. This is
then
not the way
accept whatever has been said. If you advise a man and he tells you no, then it's okay, it's no. Then you shut up your mouth and continue your own work. Don't you have your own life? If you have a business, go and use energy on it. And if he really, really needs your advice, then he will take your advice. If I have a wife as a medical doctor and I'm sick, who do I turn to?
You turn to your wife.
Will I listen to her or not?
You will.
Because I know she's an authority. So, but once I think you are not an authority on what you're advising on, what will I do?
You discard.
Exactly. So it has no point to you. Or you have low self-esteem. Low self-esteem.
This is not.
That's why you think happiness or whatever you depend on.
It's not self-esteem. It's my husband now.
You see that rubbish. Once the man accepts you, all of a sudden you're like, yes. How do you feel when the husband accepts whatever? How do you feel?
If he accepts my advice.
Like when you advise and then he just takes it like that, say, wow, you are wonderful.
Hey, if he knows what I'm saying is.
How do you feel?
I'll be happy.
Exactly.
Why not?
But when he discusses it, what do you feel? You feel unhappy. So it's not about even the quality of advice. It's not about whether the advice will work or not. It's just about your own ego.
It's not even about discarding the advice. It's not about discarding about the advice. It's not about discarding the advice, but the way men do it.
Okay, how should they do it?
At least if you are not taking to someone's advice, it's not that you do it to the advice. No, it's not like that.
Give an example.
At least if you want to discard my advice, okay, let's do this thing this way. Okay, this is my own advice too. You bring your own advice to the table.
Wait, who bring the advice?
The husband too. This is what I feel. This is what you feel.
It's like you're not even listening.
The
man is telling you about something. Okay, let's say for example, he's saying, this new apartment that we're going to use as apartments for people to maybe Airbnb, and then you don't know anything about it. That's his job. But you are just saying, instead of doing 2, why not do 3? And I said, no, not 3. That he just wants 2.
She just brought the advice.
And now I said, no, it's just 2, not 3. And all of a sudden, I'm talking to you, be doing it.
That's your business. Why did you seek for advice?
And that's the correction I want to make. When men speak to their wives, they are not looking for advice. They are just looking for reflection. You can as well face the wall and talk to the wall.
You should be talking to the wall then.
That means you are not useful as a wife. So when they come up with
this is not like that. No, it's not like that.
You are not interested in doing your duty. I'm trying to help you with this man.
This is not helping.
Okay.
It's not helping. You already know what you want to do in your mind. So telling me that is meaningless.
They know what they want to do in their mind.
Yes.
They are trying to fine-tune it. If you're
and when I bring my own advice, why not do it? And you said no. So why did you bring the advice? Why did you seek for my advice?
That's what I'm telling you now. The reason he's telling you is for reflection's sake. So when he's talking
not
to
for
you,
me to talk.
You see where you're interrupting me. Let me just tell you so you learn it. Whether you learn it, I'm sure some other people will get 1 or 2 things from this. If a man starts talking to you, it's all about reflection. If he starts talking, then when he's saying it and you're doing ahead, even if you point something out and he says no, let him have his way. Like, let him just continue talking that way. And this applies to friends too. Don't think he's only husband and wife. Even when you're talking to if your friend is talking to you, just listen to him. Let him be saying and just be doing okay, nice, good. If you have anything, just say how about. If he says no, okay, just let him be by. He will reflect it the way he's speaking and figure it out by himself.
Okay.
That's why you are there as a wife or a friend. Not to come and tell you, no, you're wrong. If somebody is going for counseling, that one is understandable. And even in counseling, I've been a counselor. Even if you go into counseling, counselors don't overrule you completely, right?
Yeah.
Even they will still let you have your way. They will suggest to you, but they can be a little bit thorough with their suggestion because they are your counselor. But wives are not counselors, husbands are not counselors. Why are you bullying anyone to accepting your own angle of the conversation?
It's not bullying.
You see now, what do they call bully? Is it not forcing somebody to do something? Because at the end of the day, immediately he says no to you, you switch off. Your mouth will now be equal. And then the next thing you are looking up, he's not talking to you, you are not answering, you are not giving anything. Even the food you already said I was going to bring for you, all of a sudden you are now moody. What do they call that? So next time if he wants to talk to you, he's already afraid of not agreeing with you. Then later when the man circles back and says you destroyed his life, you say you did not. This is how you destroy a man's life. This is an example of it. It's never ever easy to be a mother, and you can be a mother and a wife, very easy. But for you to be a provider as a mother, very difficult. Because you won't have time for the children. Just like most men, it's not easy to be a husband and a father. Because to provide is different. And that's what most people don't know. But you see, most people don't know they are traumatized until they are patient enough to hear somebody explain it to them. Most women don't know they have low self-esteem. Because you don't have any value apart from this husband that you are the wife of. Just look at it. And we hide it under head. It's my husband that says I should not work.
Being a wife, it should add value to a woman.
See, being a wife of somebody has value to you, but you lose that value once you are talking to the man and he's not answering. You're forgotten. It's like being sacked from your work now. You will react. That's why most women nag. Look at all high value women. They call high value, those ones that have money and all of that. Do they ever argue with a man?
No.
They will just pack their load and leave the place because they have their own ego. But most women will stay in the husband's house and continue to cry and be laboring and be fighting and be nagging because they don't have any other thing. It's so sad, but that is the truth.
But if a woman is working and she has her own money, the husband will feel like, okay, she's disrespecting me because she has her money now.
Just like I told you, now everybody will see the flaw of the husband. You know, now they are making every wife look bad.
Yes.
Because most men, there is the advantage of a man when you don't have a job and you don't have any value. So you can just tell you anything, and then when you don't take that thing from her, you say, what do you mean? What have you done before?
So that means if a woman does not have job too, she doesn't have value.
She doesn't, in terms of, not like she doesn't have value. This value we are talking about is not even to the world or to her. It's to herself. She loses the value of herself. Look, when I see my wife's, my friends' wives, I don't think they don't have value. I celebrate them because they will be finer than most friends. Most wives are finer than husbands. And so at what point would you say they lose value? The value of a woman is in their body. Provided your hips is still there, your body is there, and you're looking flashy, you're still looking nice, your skin is popping, and you're making up. Who wonders about what you have in your account as a woman? But it's you that you lose that value yourself. Because you know that everything you wear is this husband that is dying. So if he changes his eye, you're in trouble. Why do you think women fight?
Because the woman is not working. She doesn't have her own money.
That's why I said it's difficult to be a mother and to also be the provider. If you are going to be a mother, you cannot provide. We are just talking jargons. When you get pregnant and the process of delivering and breastfeeding, if you really want to be a good mother, who is going to do that for your child? Some people will leave a child of 3 months with a nanny. Are you a mother like that? Because you are looking for money. So that's the sacrifice of marriage that most people have lost. That's why marriage is no longer working. People are no longer going to it for sacrifice.
That's value too.
It's value, but you are not getting what I'm saying. It's a woman that loses the value by herself. It's not like the world thinks she has lost value. My wife still has all her values to today. Everybody respects her the same way, but she is under pressure by herself. It's self-destructive. Your low self-esteem is affecting you by yourself as women. It's only woman that feels that. And sometimes parents, because the parent of the one that this thing is heavy. A man that is wealthy, the wife depends on the man. The family, which is brother, sister, father, and everybody of the wife, who do they depend on?
The wife.
So now look at the pressure. So they depend on their own sister, but the sister still depends on the husband. So if that family does not do well by the husband, it won't give equivalent of what they want to the wife to give them.
Yeah.
So they start pressurizing the wife. The wife starts pressurizing the husband, and it will destroy that family because the wife starts saying, "This money is not enough. I want to go work. I want to." Say now you put the work for there. How many work there for women? How many work do you have to supplement for the millions of naira that the woman wants to satisfy her family? Which work? You tell me. Apart from if you want to do, it's easier to be what do they call it? If you want to go and sell your body. Because just imagine if they say, this person is Dangote's wife. You mean Dangote's wife, like in dream, they say no, she's 42 now. You don't know. See her picture. See, now I born the 2 children for, and then that person comes to you and say 100,000, you will sleep in your house tonight. Or a random girl that you know nothing about that will collect 100,000. Which one will most men pick?
They will pick Dangote's wife.
They will pick Dangote's wife. So you to yourself think you are not valuable, but you see how people galvanize because they know if you are. Some people will even think it's something on your body spiritually that pass that money to you. Because the value of a woman was not created for physical things. It's not. That's why they call gold diggers. They call women gold diggers when you now make your value physical things. The value of a woman is not a physical thing. It's to create. And once you are creating, it's only people in marketing that look for direct money. Creators are in scientific laboratories. They are on the farm. Look at every creator. Nurses and people giving back. They are somewhere that you don't see them. Creators are behind the scene. That's a woman. But nowadays, and I know the reason, the devil wants to collapse the world, and it must collapse through one means. Once you attack the woman is life. The woman is what brings out life. Jesus could not come to the world without the woman. To tell you how terrible. Jesus came without a man, because God is a man. So you don't need to replicate that. But for a woman to show their essence and their variability, but now once you are taking away their power, what's the power of a woman? Ability to stay under the radar. That's the power of a woman.
Stay under the radar.
I'm guaranteeing, telling you, the power of a woman is when you see a wife that is not looking for necessary attention. If you have a wife that doesn't want to stay in front of the husband, he wants to stay behind the husband, that's the best one. Even if she's uneducated, that's who you should marry. But once you have a wife who is also saying, I want to do, if you want to snap pictures, you want to be in front. You know, some wives today, if husband and wife wants to snap picture, the wife wants to sit and say the husband to stand up. Say it's a sign of respect. Guess what? Europeans are peddling it. They will tell you when you are walking, you should open the door for your wife to sit down. They want you to elevate the woman so they can destroy you. It's very simple. And the women are buying it nowadays. In the olden days, why do you think African mentality sounds well and they have this hierarchy thing that makes it work? Till tomorrow, every good thing that happens sprouts out of Africa. Till tomorrow. And that heritage was sprouted up from the way the hierarchy is set. But now the Europeans are destroying that set of authority and they are forcing us. And if you think it's a lie, ask them about what gayism is and all these gay rubbish that they are peddling. Why should you be gay in your country and they are forcing us to accept gay? They told us they are going to scrap their loans and everything they are giving us until we accept gay. Because they want us to be less than them. They are looking for every way to destroy us. They've done it. They've been out there carry us slaves those days. They took us as slaves. What did we gain from it? Nothing. They gained everything. They used our forefathers till today. Now I saw a movie where white couples, they called on their plumber, like they had an issue with their toilet and all, and then the guy was black. Once he opened the door, they said, what are you doing here? We are not giving arms here, like if he's just a beggar. He's a complete fine man, no? They are old whites. They should be about 70 something.
But just because he's a black man.
Because he's black. So you just see a black man, immediately you say he's begging for money. That one I said, no, he's not begging, that is the plumber they call. They said, never. That this is the company they call. He said, yes, that's who he is. At the end of the day, this is who you are. This is the company you call. He said he's the owner of the company.
Wow.
That big company. How did he do to become the owner? They said immediately now he has spoken to them that he's successful and he knows what he's doing. He discarded the success and said, just promise us you will not steal anything in his house. Even at that level. He now said, I don't steal. And the man was still calm and was responding like, in my mind, I'm like, if this is me, that's the end. But because he's someone who is doing business, he doesn't want to lose the client, so he still kept control, kept cool. And then they said he should go and fix it, and they followed him through as if they were piloting a thief. Because he's black, nothing else. If he had painted himself white with a makeup, they would not have ever reacted.